My name is Linda Ballard, and I was the secretary in the main office, not the main secretary, but one of the attendant secretaries for about 18 years, from 1979 till 1997.
My name is Lauren Fligger. I taught band and orchestra here from 1980 to 2015.
My name is Don Funk. I was a history teacher, a geography teacher, taught some math, and even an art class. I came here in 1978 and retired in 2006.
My name is Betty Davis, and I was here for 21 years. I taught speech, drama, student body officers, and history.
I love my time here. I gained much more than what I was able to give, that's for sure. When I came, Judy Greer was the secretary, and Earl Bierman was being moved, and Sid Beveridge came, and there were 3 principals that I was able to serve with, and that was wonderful. Of course, Sid Beveridge, Bruce Garrison, and Gary Steele. And in addition, there were about 6 or 7 different head secretaries that I was able to work with.
When I first came here, it was more like farmers. And so the kids were just really, they were a little bit different and very courteous and such. And I think that I was so young, the parents didn't really know if I was going to help the kids as much as they wanted me to. But it was just so much fun. The kids were very welcoming. I mean, it was only 6th graders. I was 22 and they were 11.
I figured every year I made 200 new friends from the students that went through here. I figured just over 6,000 students I had while I was here.
Sid Beveridge was for sure my favorite. He was like a brother, but he was very progressive and making faculty feel good about themselves, but he touched my life.
I'll never forget one April Fool's Day, and the custodians, Marshall Crane and Thane Gates, maybe Scott Bateman was involved, but they played tricks on us. And this one April Fool's Day, it was very interesting. We had the most horrible smell in the office, and we could not find it. We looked all over for it, could not find it. And it wasn't until the next day that we discovered that they had unscrewed the telephone base we talked in, the old-time telephones, put blue cheese inside. Stink, 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 and they also had put some of the blue cheese up on the top of the door frames, and it was pretty hard to forgive them for that.
The teachers would come a few days before school to set everything up, and I think that was a fun time when we'd all be walking around the school and trying to set things up, but more catching up with each other from the summer. I remember one year they were abating the school, and there were OSHA walking around in their space suits, and we were walking around in shorts and t-shirts. We're like, what's going on? So, but yeah, there's just a lot of good memories in the halls with the teachers. The co-workers were basically your family. You saw them way more than you saw your own family.
It was more of a family atmosphere among the faculty than really colleagues, and it never changed, even though the faculty, they came and they went, and they came and they went, and there was still a core, I guess, that kind of kept that. And so I always felt like, you know, in the fall when we came back to school and going back to see my family.
When I was here, my brother was killed. That was a really big deal to me. He was my best friend, and sorry, I'm emotional about this. But months later, I was back in school and still struggling, just struggling. But a little girl came up to me and after school, and she put her arm around me. I was sitting at my desk, and she put her arm around me. She said, "Miss Davis, you know, we're with you." And it was just things like that that just, you know, they were always just touching my life.
appreciated being able to be acquainted with so many wonderful staff, personnel, love the students.
But it was a wonderful time. I don't think that there was any time that I really didn't like teaching. I think that there were pressures like performances, but everything else was just wonderful memories and silly kids and their craziness.
I really, really enjoyed the people, the parents, and the kids. And you know, I got adopted by the community, I felt.
Being here as long as I was, I often taught siblings. So I got to know parents pretty well. And some of those people are still very, very close friends.
This building was probably the best built and the one that lasted the longest of all of the schools in the district.
Just the heart, I think, that the teachers brought, number one, and that the students developed.
It was a great place to be, and I'm sure thankful that I was here.
All very, very good to work with and a lot of fun.